Hi, greetings. Thank you for joining this discussion on Datafox for intelligent data-driven account-based sales and marketing for B2B companies. My name is Satyajit Rajput, and I head the solution engineering for Oracle Digital Prime CX India, and have more than 2 decades of experience in implementing ERP, supply chain, CRM, CDM projects as well as pre-sales activities. Hence, I understand the challenges B2B brands have today to provide that consistent, personalized messaging to their buyers, their consumers in those accounts or companies because of lack of quality data available or signals available about those companies to those sales people. Before I move forward, let me take you through the brief safe harbor statement. As the product is continuously evolving, let's take a brief look at the changing expectations that are driving marketing teams to focus on executing a more targeted go-to-market strategy. As you can see here, CMOs are under tremendous pressure today to show the ROI as the marketing budgets are increasing, and marketing is becoming more and more important function today. They have to bring the revenues through new customer acquisitions, increase customer retention, and increasing the lifetime values of those customer upselling, cross-selling, etc. They need to spend resources on the right targets so that they can get quality leads to align sales and marketing funnels. Customer journeys are increasing in complexity because of the buyer's interactions with the brands on different channels and different devices at different point of time, and that makes it difficult for the brands to track that journey, as they also leverage siloed systems at different point of time in this customer journey, whether it's a sales, marketing, service, CRM applications, or within marketing itself they would have different applications for different channels. And buyers requires personalized experience. As Gartner said, today's B2B buyers spending two-thirds of their buying journey to research and identify or decide on the products of the brands before they really connect with the salesperson of those vendors or brands. And hence they expect and value those suppliers or brands that provide them the value added information through the right channels at the right time in order to make the purchasing process easier. As the expectations have changed, so has the marketing strategy. Today, 84% of the B2B marketers identify ABM as having a higher ROI than any other approach. And data remains a challenge for the same, as less than 52 marketers are confident in their customer data quality. And more than 80% of marketers consider data management as a top 5 concern to provide that consistent, personalized messaging to their buyers in the companies. The challenge is they don't have that connected data and interactions about those buyers to provide that personalized, consistent messaging, relevant messaging at the right moment on the channel of their choice. And from a CRM perspective, as you can see here, 52% of company data in CRM systems is inaccurate even today. Out of that, 29% is either incomplete or invalid. 23% is duplicate data available, which needs to be cleansing and deduplicated. And this is what happens with this disconnected data, creating disconnected experiences for their buyers, consumers. On as you can see on the left hand side, as a buyers or consumers, you get pitches that are completely irrelevant. As the customers or brands are not able to track their interactions on different channels and devices and collect those interactions, identify those moments to provide that relevant information to those buyers. And they get those conflicting sales and marketing messages because the brands don't have those sales and marketing applications talking to each other. Different silos of systems integrated, not integrated in their organizations to understand that buyer journey. And your sales reps as a brand is completely out of sync with the priorities of those buyers because your sales reps don't have information about relevant information with those buyers to prioritize the messages or prioritize the communication or engagement with those buyers. And as sellers, as everybody is aware that we end up spending most of our time in finding researching the information about the buyers, and if you don't have that information we end up wasting a lot of time into wrong companies because when you have hundreds of accounts you don't know which accounts to focus. You don't have the information about their financials, you don't have information about their funding or growth information, headcounts information, or the signals about their quarterly results, about their expansion plans, about their risk news. It could be closing down their certain businesses or closing or bankruptcy filing or their compliance issues. So you end up selling into wrong accounts or spending time into wrong accounts. And as a sellers or brands, the systems are disconnected and outdated as they don't talk to each other. And hence they don't provide that single view of a buyer or a consumer or account to provide that relevant and consistent information. And hence we have launched Datafox, acquired Datafox, which is integrated with our sales and marketing application, seamlessly integrated with our sales and marketing application, which uses AI to connect those trusted B2B data sets, data points. It collects data from blogs and website, press releases, social media, job listing, trade shows, the government filings, the financial results, the funding information, their awards they're getting, those companies are getting, and the additional information which can be uploaded in the form of spreadsheet from your existing systems. Just imagine if you have to collect this information for each and every account and you have hundreds and thousands of accounts as a company, B2B company, it's going to be a nightmare. You might get quality information by searching uh, on Google or any other search engine about each of those accounts, but just imagine it could take hours and hours for each and every account to get this information and then decide which accounts to prioritize. And then in the whole process, you'll be missing out those regular information or updates about each of those accounts because you have only collected static information, the dynamic information about the signals, accounts, the fundings, their additional updates in the market about expansion plans, acquisitions. And we have this 220 million records processed, as you can see on the previous slide, going back to the previous slide here, updated on a monthly basis using this Datafox AI engine. So as you see here, how does Datafox help you in addressing those challenges about data quality for account-based marketing? So Datafox is AI-powered algorithms using machine learning languages machine learning or natural language processing, NLPs, and also leverages combination of human factor with the data validation team to ensure that the data collated by the AI data engine is validated, corrected based on the information and inquiries coming from the consumers, based on the outliers, based on the anomalies detected, to ensure that we provide quality data to our B2B customers, brands. And hence we have 4.8 million companies data available today, and 2.4 million new entities are getting added each year. And this company's data include 70 plus firmographic data points, which is company information about their address, their CEO, their financial results, all those static data points, financial information, revenue, incomes, and then additional 68 plus real-time signals, their news in the market about their fundings, their expansion plans, their risks in the market. And this data is now connected with those sales and marketing applications, not only ours, but also we help you to connect that with any other sales and marketing application which you are currently leveraging. And this data helps you to get those smart talking points for sales reps instead of trying to get the same information from search engines and spending hours and hours. Account discovery helps you to prioritize those accounts based on that information, enrich the account information to leverage that in your conversation with the buyers from those companies, helps you to enrich those leads from marketing perspective and provide that personalized messaging with those attributes and data coming from or signals coming from those Datafox engine. So as you can see here, it's like a sausage machine where you are getting the data from billion data points sourced every month, 5.6 million website scans every month, 21 million signals processed every year. Those NLP data, the web data, API streams, ingestions, RSS feeds, as you can see, becomes an input to this sausage machine where machine learning, ML based anomaly detection and and based ML based signals along with AI based matching and deduplication engine helps you to identify or get those firmographic data in the form of name, description, location, headcount, some of the keywords related to that company, the industry, sub industries, hierarchy of those companies, their parent organization, their child organization, subsidiaries, as a firmographic data for those companies or accounts. And then those real time signals, dynamic signals about their growth, their expansion plans, their financials, their additional headcounts or job postings, the recognition they are getting in the market, the awards they are getting, the events they are attending, the various corporate updates, and the risk signals, whether they're filing bankruptcy or they are having challenges in expanding their business in the market. And let me take you briefly through some of those screens of this data application, Datafox application. As you can see on the left hand side, as As a sales operations person or sales rep, I can search for a specific company information, and it gives me various details as I scroll down about the overview of the company, with the employees, the foundation, when it was founded, CEO, the list category, subcategory, revenue information, the similar web rank, their account score. As I go down further, it will provide me all those signals about the recent news updates in the market, the awards they received, the events they attend, job posting, corporate hierarchies from their subsidiaries or their parent companies, or what are the similar companies in the market. So this gives you additional information that I can even target similar companies like Rubrik, because this is my priority account, and there are additional 5 companies who are similar to this, which can be my target market, because my solutions specialized in this industry or in this segment. And then you have those plugins available, Chrome plugins available. So the moment a sales rep looks at the website of that company or target account, they click on those plugins and they get the similar information what they get from Datafox app. And then you can also filter that signals information, what kind of signals you're looking for. You don't want those 68 plus signals, but you want those specific signals about funding patterns, or maybe their expansion plans, or any negative news about those companies, or their corporate updates, and leverage those signals for your smart talking to the with those buyers, or messaging with the buyers. As you can see on the right hand side, all those signals provide you the information about which events the CIO is attending, or the CEO is attending, or their C level executives are attending, and any funding information, any financial updates, corporate updates, all that would be shown as you see the deep details of those signals. And at the beginning of the year, or maybe beginning of the quarter, as a sales operation manager or a sales manager, sales head, I want to identify which companies I want to target here as a part of my account planning exercise. So you have those various filtering criteria are available. For example, I want to target here more than companies more than 1,000 headcounts here, as you can see, or a target because I'm responsible for a certain region as a sales head. I'm looking at targeting those companies from a certain location or region or with certain account score, right? And then maybe your revenue more than $100 million. All those filters I can apply and search, and the system will help you to give that information with the list of companies and various other attributes like what is the account score of those companies, so that you can prioritize those accounts in your next few days to immediately target those accounts. Revenue information, industry information, headcount information, the location, all that is available. You can also have a dynamic list created, because any new account with the similar scores or similar criteria would get automatically added into that list as those new accounts are getting added into the system from with the AI powered Datafox engine. You can also upload your existing list of accounts and see the similar information for those accounts with various attributes. You can also get, as you see on the left hand side, we have those various features available to see additional information. So you can get those insights about those accounts. list how many of them fall into 1 to 5,000 or 1,000 to 5,000 employee headcount bracket, more than 5,000 employee bracket, or funding more than 100 million, 10 to 50 million funding, which helps you to slice and dice the information and take decisions and prioritize those accounts as a part of account planning exercise. You can also, we have this existing account scoring, the rules defined, filters defined, but you can also change those criteria, account scoring criteria, as per your organization's needs and requirements. And when you change those criteria and publish that new filters, it will help you to give that list of companies. It also helps you to segment those accounts in different tiers by just moving the cursor in this graphical, moving those cursor in this graphical diagram and set those tiers by moving those cursors. So then you can say that I want to focus in Q1 or beginning of the quarter in tier 1 accounts, and then give those tier 2 accounts to those cold calling call center agents, or maybe marketing to nurture those accounts, tier 2 accounts further, right? So that substantially helps you to reduce your time spent on researching the organizations and focus on your key or core activities which you are supposed to do as a salesperson. And as a salesperson, when you open your account profile in CRM application like Sales Cloud or Salesforce Automation CRM application, you have that information embedded into your account screen coming from Datafox, as you can see here. And all those firmographic data is available here for each and every account, enriching those accounts. And then those signals also, dynamic signals which are getting updated about those companies or accounts, press releases, corporate news, financial results, their expansion plans. And you can see it's not just with the Oracle Sales Cloud, but also Salesforce Automation, SFDC Salesforce Automation solution, seamlessly integrated. And from marketing perspective, as you can see here with the Eloqua or any other CRM application, you can have those attributes coming from Datafox getting added as a part of increasing the quality of segmentation with those data points, additional data points coming from Datafox, or increasing the quality of the lead score by adding those account scores or account tiers from Datafox and leveraging that information. And then we have from a campaign perspective, from emails which you are designing, you can have those data points coming from Datafox as your dynamic personalization content can be leveraged for dynamic personalization. For example, if the company is getting an award, all those companies receiving an award should be congratulated, and what award they're getting can be picked up from those dynamic signals and then added into this email, and hence you are sending those personalized emails to those accounts or CXOs of those accounts with the relevant information, with contextual information, which should help you to improve the relationship in those accounts and nurture those accounts. So what are the key capabilities Datafox brings to Eloqua? It helps you to increase or enrich the data robustness, and by adding those attributes and signals, helps you to improve the scoring and improve the accuracy of data management. by account score by adding those account scores and tiers attributes. Helps you to improve the advanced targeting and segmentation by leveraging those additional attributes from Datafox. Seamlessly integrate with the account segmentation tool here in Eloqua. And then adaptive campaign management with those dynamic personalization, leveraging those attributes, those signals, and having those account scores and tiers as a part of lead scoring helps you to improve the alignment between sales and marketing because you have those consistent scoring mechanism available. And from a sales perspective, it acts as a AI engine for sales professionals as well as sales operations teams, which will help you to improve the win probability because you have real-time signals available to tell you that whether that lead the win what will be the win probability. Suppose you have the highest win probability for certain account and suddenly there is a negative news coming in the market about their compliance issue or closing down businesses because of lack of enough customers in those regions. That helps you to identify whether this account is going to come or not, or opportunity is going to close or not, or there is a win. There is account which is lying at a lower win probability, and suddenly you see they got a funding, and the message in the market is they're going to invest that into a new technology to improve their addressable market. That's where you suddenly increase the lead score, or sorry, win probability score, because now you see that there's a higher probability of closing this account this quarter. Next best action based on this information, how what you can upsell, cross sell, leveraging those signals. What should be your next best action to or recommendation from the system, which will help you to get that upsell and cross sell opportunity. Account enrichment with those various attributes, firmographic data, account prioritization based on those scores, account scores and tiers defined in the system, and those real-time signals coming from AI engine, as well as it provides you a smart talking point. So let's say if the company is getting an award, you congratulate the CXOs of those companies, and based on the expansion plans, you can start pitching those new products or new solutions to address their current needs, right? And then help you to expand the addressable market because any new accounts getting added and match those account scoring criteria will get added into your territories or accounts instead of you trying to know from your research in the market, and you may not be knowing those new companies getting opened up, or that's what happened with the startups, and suddenly they get funded with hundreds of millions of dollars, and you don't have that account in the list. So that's where the AI engine of Datafox will keep adding those new accounts in the system, and with those signals about their funding, and if those matching your account scoring criteria, those accounts get added into your list automatically, increasing your revenue as well as addressable market. And let's see, look at what our customers are achieving results using this Datafox AI engine. As you can see that Goldman Sachs have seen 25% expansion in their market coverage with those increased addressable market because Datafox is adding new and new accounts every day, matching those account scoring criteria. Increase deal size because you know that the customer expanding or adding or investing into new technologies. Twilio has seen 1,500 new targets getting added per week because of increased addressable market. And then you see TalkDesk has seen 55% revenue sourced from high scoring accounts, because you now know what are your top accounts with those account scoring tier 1 accounts, and then you're focusing on those accounts more than those accounts which is going to take substantial amount of time to close. So they have seen that 55% revenue from those tops or high scoring account, top tier accounts. And Deloitte has seen people spending 75% lesser time on data, searching, identifying, and enriching that data, because that data is now coming either in the form of firmographic data or signals, dynamic signals is coming from Datafox engine and seamlessly integrated with the CRM or marketing application. And sales can focus on relevant messaging, contextual messaging to their customers and building relationship with those customers. Right? So this is how Datafox for CRM and Datafox for Eloqua. And not only we restrict ourselves to our own CRM or our own marketing automation applications, but you can also leverage it for any other third-party application or competition application. So Datafox for CRM helps in enriching those accounts with those firmographic data points, 70 plus, as well as 68 signals. Eliminate that wastage of time in searching the information, researching the information, and help you in accelerating the sales velocity. It also helps in improving CRM adoption, because now sales reps are happy to get that information rather than frustrating experience of researching that information, right? So because they have that information available at their fingertips. Datafox for Eloqua helps in getting those contacts enriched, leveraging that information for scoring, prioritizing, and then better lead scoring, right? And helps you to improve the personalization by creating those highly targeted segments with those additional attributes and signals, as well as leveraging that signals or attributes information in personalizing the email content or messaging, right? And helps to improve the collaboration between sales and marketing, because they're sharing same account score. They're targeting those accounts which are identified with systems as strategic accounts or target accounts, and helps to improve the addressable market with those accounts getting added on a daily basis with the Datafox. Thank you so much for attending this session, and I hope you can make it as a differentiator in your conversation, as many of our competition won't have such kind of tools or application which is helping to power the data with AI capabilities of Datafox. Happy to help you on any additional information. Thank you.